Hello, and welcome to Spooky Stories to Tell in the Library. My name is Kayla, and I am a teen and tween librarian here at the Public Library of Brookline. And today, I'm going to tell you a story called The Clown Statue. Now, this story happened to a friend of mine when we were 15. She lived a couple towns over from here, in a fairly affluent neighborhood. So, lots of big houses, lots of eccentric characters. And there was one house that we at school talked about all the time. They were known because they had tons of weird antiques. All of these old art pieces, faded books, tapestries that looked to be hundreds of years old. All of us desperately wanted to get a look inside of this house. And so when my friend learned that they needed a babysitter, she was quick to say yes. Now she got to the house, and it was everything that she had heard of. There were all of these strange antiques everywhere. Just statues and tapestries and portraits and anything you could possibly think of they had stuffed into this house. But the kids seemed pretty normal, so she was excited to spend her first night there. The parents were going out of town for the evening, and they just wanted her to stay overnight and make sure that the kids were able to go to bed and everything, and the parents would be back in the morning. So the sun set and darkness covered the house. The babysitter had an easy time playing with the kids. They seemed perfectly normal. Put them to bed, read them a story, and they fell asleep almost instantly. She was so excited that it had been that easy. So she got ready for bed. The parents had told her that she was allowed to sleep in their room. So she headed up to the parents' bedroom. And when she got inside, she was impressed by the number of just interesting pieces that they had in there. There was one that stood out a little bit more than the others. And it was a huge life-size statue of a clown. It had white paint, red nose, red hair, and these eyes, these blue eyes, that the babysitter could have sworn it was almost as if they were following her around the room. But she didn't let it get to her too much because she thought to herself, there's so many weird pieces in this house. Just, what's one clown statue? So she sat down in the parents' bed and she turned on the TV so that she could watch some shows before she went to sleep. But she just got the feeling that something was wrong. Almost like something was watching her. And so she just looked at the clown statue and she thought to herself, oh, not a big deal. So she called up the parents and she said, hey, this feels like kind of a weird question, but the clown statue in your room, it feels like it's looking at me. Would it be okay if I covered it up with a sheet while I sleep? And immediately the parents got very, very quiet. And the mom said, clown statue? What clown statue? And the babysitter felt as a cold chill went down her spine as she realized there was the sound of soft breathing coming from the corner of the room. Just as the mom said, there's no clown statue in our room. You need to get the kids and run. So the babysitter ran out of the room. She slammed the door behind her and she heard the sound of it shaking as the creature, the person, started shaking it, trying to get out. She collected the kids and they ran downstairs. They got in her car and they were just barely able to drive down the driveway as this man burst out of the front door, still dressed in his clown garb, just laughing and laughing and laughing. And just barely they were able to escape. They say that a couple of days later, the police were able to catch the man who had dressed as the clown. But some people say that maybe there was no man at all. And maybe it was something else entirely lurking in that house. But who's to say? Thank you so much for listening. I hope that you have a very spooky Halloween. Bye.